So good morning, Friday morning, the 4th of April. So welcome to April 2025, welcome to episode 28, I think it is. So Friday, done a couple of little bits in the week, but not much at all. Come to what we've done in a minute. First thing is, I've changed the setting on the camera, and hopefully it's got rid of the fisheye effect for you. So hopefully that will be better. Right, so what have I done? After last week, let's get the light on, hang on, I need to plug the light in. So after the last episode, I've got the tank in. To get the tank in, I had to take off the passenger side, the left-hand side of the tow bar. So if we come down here, so that side bracket on this side I had to take off. That bolt was seized in the chassis there, so I'd already got this nut off, got this nut out because there was a fix in there, and then the bolt went through from this side, nut on the inside, wouldn't turn, impact gun wouldn't turn, got the big breaker bar on it, started to get it turning, pulled me back because I wasn't sat on the floor, I was sat on my stool trying to be good. Pulled me back, so put me back out, so not done much, still sore today a week later. But what happened is the head snapped off this side, so I was left with the bolt in. I managed to get this piece out, tried whacking it with the big hammer, not moving, dug the edges, I knocked it out in 30 seconds. So I've got the tank in, so the tank's in. Tank guard's in, or the lower tank support, the upper tank support. If we come up here, the tank's all connected down there. But then, got that in. Of course, I had to order a new bolt. Found the part number, LR Direct, get them in packs of 5. So I thought, well, and the bolt I've took out, I'll show you. Hang on, let's go find it. I'll show you. It's all rusty anyway, so I thought, really, if I'm getting a pack of 5, I can change the other side. So can you see it's all pitted and corroded and everything, and as soon as it's a toe point, particularly where that side is on the threads, so that's a weak point. It's amazing, you know, it hadn't snapped or anything. So I thought, you know what, let's take the tank back out again, because two things, it allows me to clean everything up properly, de-rust everything, de-rust those bits of the chassis that I've not been able to get to at the back on the rear cross member on the chassis. And so what I've done is I've ordered these bolts as well for the, there you go, I've ordered the bolts that go through the rear chassis cross member and the nuts for that, and we'll take the whole lot off. I've also been digging out bits of trim. We've put the soundproofing in, there's a problem with that, which I'll come back to. I've taken the old window rubbers off the windows, cleaned them up, fitted the new window rubbers. Tried to fit the new window rubber in this side last night. We don't need the light here because there's enough light. And the new window rubber, which is a Brit part window rubber, Brit part should give you a clue. When I fitted it to the glass, it just went on way too easy and it was way too baggy at the bottom. Didn't fit, couldn't go in. It was too big here. It was like 1 centimetre too big at this end. Would not go in. Just would not go in. Put the old rubber in, straight in, no problem. So, I've got to find out where I got them from. Problem is I've had them ages, I've had them like 6 months and complain. What a load of rubbish. I've ordered some new ones from Atkinson's, from Paul. Paul Atkinson down in Raleigh Regis, sort of Blackheath really, Black Country. Atkinson Bespoke Engineering, he has them remanufactured. I remember, because I was in the same Range Rover register group as Paul, I remember when they were coming into the local meets, bringing in the samples and showing them to Chris Elliott. Anyway, that's a few years ago. He's now on his 40th production run. When I bought mine, he wasn't lifted them. They weren't listed. He must have run out of stock. So I trust Paul better, so I've ordered some of them, and then I'll see if I can get my money back on those ones, because they're like not cheap. But you need to put the glass in before you can put the D-post cover on. Well, really you want the glass in before you put the D-post cover on. Same with the inner trims, inner D-post cover on, trims and all that. Now the other problem I've got, why don't that door want to open today, is in here I've got all my stuff out of upstairs, out of the hut there, and I've all dusted it off and things. When I've put the little trim clips on down here, I know you can't see at the moment, I'm just going to remove some stuff that hold that down. Let's get the light. That have the plastic things going on, but those little studs that go here underneath, they're in the wrong place, so they're here instead of here. Because when I was welding them on, I did it on the wrong count, so I counted the ridge valley instead of the ridge peak, so they're like that much out on one of the slots, so I need to cut them off. Whether I weld them back on or not is a different matter. I might just do without, I'm not sure, but at the moment I put the rubbers in. Again, you can't see, I put the sound deadening in for kneeling on, for pulling the window stuff through. Yeah, I bought some new cord because my cord was too coarse and it was ripping the old window rubber there, but it went in. Now, other news, what else have I had come? Let's come over here. Had the sealing washers come for the axle breather tube. I will now insert a clip of the new bearing that came, the new wheel bearing. Brand new Timken bearing, just knocked the inner track in. This is worse than the last one. You can actually slide this up and down completely. Look at that. So, new hub needed. Look. New hub. So you can see that clip you've just seen on my phone, whatever night it was, don't ask me. Tuesday night maybe? Wednesday night? With a new bearing in the old hub. It's even worse. So new hub was needed. Searched and searched and searched. The part number's been superseded. So the new Brit part hub, which is all I could seem to find from LR Direct, it was either a Brit part or a Land Rover one, which will be Brit part anyway, but in a different box, doesn't have the slots in on the end. So here's the old hub. So you can't see it in that one, it's all sort of that must be a new wheel stud in there, because it's not got a slot in it. It should have a slot in it like those that signify that it's for an alloy wheel, alloy wheel stud, alloy wheel stud. It could just be gunged up, but all the new ones are just plain. So I hunted and hunted, found the pictures on Pierre Blanchard's old stock, showed one with the slots in, said they got 4 in stock, ordered one. A little bit more than from Allied Direct. Allied Direct, it would have been free post and packing. I had to pay for post and packing, it was like 12 quid or something. And it's come, and it's a flipping Brit part one. So I was not happy with that. So I'll show you. So yeah, Brit part box. There you go, hub assembly. RUB, is it 200, 500? Other way around. RUB 500, 240. It's got a 2-year warranty on it. So I'm going to fit those old bearing races to this, but they don't have the slot across there. But it's meant to be the correct part, so I've just got to go with it. and we'll see. So we're going to do that. We'll get that on. We'll get the hub on. We'll torque down the suspension bolts because I haven't done that yet because I'm back. We'll get the tank out. We'll get some anti-rust on. We'll start doing some stuff. But see you in a bit. That's the old bearing track in the new hub. There's no flipping movement in that. So next we need to knock out the other track at the old hub, knock it in, grease them, put them on. Right, so I've got that hub on. Yeah, fairly straightforward really. That's the new hub. So if I come in a bit more, I'm just having a coffee, put my coffee down. If I turn it slightly, can you see? Let's see. No, there's not. I thought there was a bit of a chamfer on the studs, but there's not. I've got new wheel nuts. I've had them ages, but to tighten up the dry flange bolts, these ones, of course, because there's no prop shaft in, and the other wheels jacked up as well, you tighten them up, it moves round. So with this side, what I had to do was put the spur wheel on. So jack it up, put the spur wheel on, lower it down so the spur wheel was on the floor, 3 wheel bolts, held it on, stop the wheel and stop the hub rotating so I could tighten them up. So next job, I'm going to drop that tank again. I found a new Jubilee clip for the other side, so we can take that off. And we'll drop the tank. Once we've dropped the tank, we'll get that bolt out. Then we'll drive it out from the inside with the air chisel, and then we'll get the ones off that other side. Once I've got those out, I can put it back up, refit the tank guard. Then I'll just do some touching up of paint. Let's get a move on. Less talking, shall we? So that's this side out, driver's side out, but you can see, let's get a bit of better light. So I hope you can see that. But that is why I decided to replace this side as well, because I've got the bolts. Rusted as anything, particularly on the thread. Shank, the shaft, isn't too bad. That bit there, all around there. That's not so bad. And then that bit, that's just a spacer, but look how corroded that is. Those edges should be flat. But they'll do the job. You paint them up, rust treat them. Right, next we'll see if we can get this bit off here. See if we can get these bolts out. I know you can't see. So that's the tow bar off, which allows me to clean up this little bit of the chassis that I've not done. Just there, wire brush it, check it, rust treat it, paint it. Same with these bits. That bolt came out easier than that side. This bolt came out easy enough. This one started to undo, they got stuck. Let's go and have a look at the actual bits. It's time for some lunch, I think. Here we go. So that's the actual bit that the tow ball fits to. So I had to drill that one and then chisel it so it came off, so it would undo. But you can see these bolts are actually in better condition than the other ones, maybe because they're protected a bit more. Don't know. Then it allows me to paint all in there, de-rust down there, which I couldn't do really. Yeah. So, do that later. Just have some lunch first. What's going on here? Somebody's trying to call me. The rubbish. Bloody telesales. But yeah, bit of wire brushing after lunch. Put the rust treat on. start to put a bit of paint on later. Another coat of paint tomorrow. Good. So Friday, about 5 PM now. Done the rust treat, wire brushed, put the rust treat on, waited 2 hours, ready to paint on that now. I just need to mix it. In the meantime, while I was doing that, I taken the driver's seat out. Taking the driver's seat out, taking the rear carpet out, taking the sound deadening out, pulled the carpet up from the footwell. Somebody's already cut the soundproofing, but they've cut it here, so I still need to cut sort of up here somewhere, you know, and take it way back, take all this out, because this piece under the driver's seat that needs to come out is still attached. No ECU wiring, and up there we do have a module for the EGR. So it's been a proper install, but yeah, look at all this tape stuff. So I bet you that if I do this, and then if I get a screwdriver, hang on, because I need to get this bit of carpet out that's underneath the sound deadening. So there's normal driver's carpet, soundproofing, then this stuff. So all this needs to come out, and then look, this is just peeling off this stuff. So yeah, it's going to be bad under here. I hope you can see. So yeah, we need to get all that off. There's a little bit there that it's come off now. Another bit of that trim. Let's just get a screwdriver and a hammer. Right, screwdriver. Are you ready? What's this going to be like? That's through there. Bottom of the air post. Bottom of the air post. So yeah, they've just put this tape stuff on to try and hide the rust. What a lot of rubbish. It's that bitumen stuff. Anyway, we want to do a sill first before we do all this. Yeah, look, hole there. Hole there. You see? Just straight through. That's the wheel arch liner. Let's get this off here. Yeah, what a mess. That's just the paper coming off. Yeah, we're going to have to, that's soft as anything, that is. Anyway, we're working on the sill. But yeah, other news, other things. If I do that, so, driver's door seal, that's gone as well. It's gone there, it's gone here. So we need a full set of door rubbers as well. So not the best, is it? Right, see you later. Morning, Saturday morning. I have no idea what time it is. I still haven't painted. I've been doing other stuff. It's 10:48. Right, time to stop doing this, but I'll show you what I've done. If I turn the camera around, so last night, can't remember what I'd already said, but you'll notice no doors, no front wing. I've just taken the front wing off. Front outer wing, no driver's seat. No carpet. I've cut that sound deadening out there, taken this bit out of here, got the wiring out. Yeah. Show you in there in a minute. You can see no daylight through. There you go. Yeah, I got both doors off. There's one door here, one outer wing there. Need to tidy up. I've just taken the plastic wheel liner off. Yeah, have a look at the state of this bulkhead. I think we need extensive repairs. Inner wing. I knew I needed a new inner wing. This side just dreadful. No point even messing about with this one. Just that's the sounding in there. It's that plastic stuff. Yeah, this is all just put it in the footwell as well. Air post needs extensive repairs. You can see it's all blown there. Yeah. Oh, it's had a bit of welding here, look. Silicon. Yeah, basically air post is dreadful. So we need air post repairs. That's gone all the way up here, look. No hole in the bottom. Yeah. Just cut all this wing off. Don't mess about. So the front wing goes from there. Because we need a headlight box because all that's corroded. All over here to there. We're going to need a footwell. We're going to need bulkhead repairs, air post repairs, new sill. If I move the light. Yeah, so I've just poked through there. You can see all this is just big old yeah. I thought that was going to be dodgy under there. Try and put it up. Well, that's a bad repair, isn't it? Look at that. Look what they've done. Don't think they've welded it on. I think they've flipping glued it on. Oops. There they have. Look. They've glued it on. What a mess. It's no wonder all this lot's really wet in here. That's the base of the inner wing, I think. They've done the odd little bit of welding. Like there's a spot weld there. There's heat there. There's heat there. Anyway, let's do. First job is to get the sill sorted. But before I do the sill, I want to get the tailgate back on. The windows. Rubbers have been posted. I've taken off the seat belt and the inner trim as well. Up there you probably can't see that because of the light. But we need to get that lower tailgate on. Need to get some paint done get the tow bar one. So yeah, I'm going to do the sill. I'm going to leave this old wheel arch attached to the C-pillar for now, so the C-pillar don't move. Then we'll do the C-pillar and this bit. Then this outer wing can go on. And then we'll slowly work forward. When I've done the sill, this door can go back on. And I won't put that door back on until I've done the footwell. Dash might have to come out, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, look here. Yeah, there's just a repair from there glued on. You can see all the mess here. Right, so before we do the footwall, wing come off. That's way ahead yet. Way ahead, I just wanted to see, because I need to take the wing off to get the air post sorted. So let's leave it at that for this episode. I'll see you in episode 29, I think. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been a bit better in terms of format. So see you later.